It's a Heidel minicast. And now, Scott Clark.
Today's Heidelcast comes from John Muether's essay, The Theonomic Attraction, in the volume Theonomy, A Reformed Critique, published in 1990, edited by William S. Barker and W. Robert Godfrey, published by Zondervan. And we are on page 255 of John's essay as he thinks about theonomy not as a traditional Reformed theology, but as a modern phenomenon.
If the Heidelcast helps you, won't you help us keep it going?
You can make the coffer clink by clicking on the PayPal link on the Heidel blog or by mailing a check to Heidelberg Reformation Association, 1637 East Valley Parkway, number 391, Escondido, California, 92027. John writes, William Barrett and Jacques Ellul have both suggested that one hallmark of modernity is its obsession with technique. Technique is the key to modern life. All that is necessary to solve modern problems is the application of proper technique. This belief in the supreme power of technique is often termed functional rationality. Sociologist James Davison Hunter has pointed out that functional rationality is an important ingredient to contemporary evangelicalism as well. In fact, he argues that evangelicalism has survived the threat of modernity in large part because it has assimilated functional rationality. Examples he cites are the carefully quantified methods of church growth, evangelistic methodologies that urge the mastery of 4 spiritual laws, and the proliferation of how-to and self-help books in Christian bookstores, offering step-by-step solutions to every human problem. Evangelical success is found increasingly in pre-packaged techniques. Recall the Biblical Blueprints series. The titles themselves represent a strategic marketing device. The very idea of biblical blueprints conveys the message that prosperity will come if Christians master the proper technique. This is functional rationality, and theonomists have mastered it. The modern impulse to pick up the sword against perceived social injustice is a sign of the politicization of the gospel, prevalent among both the religious left and the religious right. It is also indicative of another modern idea, political utopianism, or the idea that one can establish the kingdom of God in political form. Eric Voegelin has alerted us to the utopian temptation that characterizes modernity. In his words, modern man wants to, quote, immanentize the eschaton, close quote. The utopian temptation, when combined with millenarianism, is one that modern Christians are particularly vulnerable to. There is a strong temptation among contemporary Christians to work toward a theocratic utopianism, the premature consummation of the kingdom of God in this world. The most notable example of politicized utopianism is liberation theology, but theonomy displays the same impulse, and for this reason, Clark Pinnock aptly described theonomists as, quote, the liberation theologians of the right, close quote. The sad irony of this temptation is that many of the efforts of liberation theology have produced governments that are very poor guarantors of freedom, especially religious freedom.
Thanks for listening. Tune in tomorrow for more from the Heidelcast, brought to you by HeidelbergReformationAssociation.org. Don't forget, when the coin in the coffer clinks, the cost of bandwidth shrinks. Copyright Heidelberg Reformation Association. All rights reserved. This is a Heidel Media production.